A worker can take supplementary employment if they have been granted entry. Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. Thank you for sharing and also liking my videos. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I create content on how you can migrate to the UK, jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK immigration updates, which I'm about to share one right now, live in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're going to be the first person to see that video. Let's quickly dive right into today's video. There is this trending document that has been forwarded to me so many times, and when you look at the top, you know that they forwarded it to a lot of people. Now, just to make it clear that once you watch a video on YouTube or you see such information, you also have a part to play in such informations by going to do your own independent research. If you don't do that and you just focus on what has been trending without you doing your own findings, then you may end up messing up your immigration status, especially in the UK, that there are certain things that you will do without even knowing that this thing is not allowed, so which is why I always advise that after watching videos, try and do your own independent research based on what you have watched to help your own knowledge to know how you can go about it. Just as you can see on my screen, this document has been trending. I can't count how many of my viewers have forwarded this to me, and I thought I should just make this video so you can also know exactly what it is. Now, as you can see, skilled workers will no more be restricted to working in the same job role. So if you are a care assistant, you can now get a second job as a customer service assistant or any other job. You're no more restricted to care jobs alone. From 4th April 2024, skilled worker visa holders can take 20-hour week supplementary work in any eligible job code. Some people have actually misunderstood this, which is why I had to film this video so you will know exactly what it is. Now, we all know that when you're working with a company that sponsored you, if you're on the skilled worker visa, you have to work for that company full time, and you're allowed to take 20 hours like to add up with what you're doing for the organization. So just as you can see, there's a document on the Gov website on how you can sponsor an employee for a supplementary job. Just worker can take supplementary employment if they have been granted entry clearance or permission on any of the following routes. Now, skilled worker, intercountry route in place before 11 April 2022. Tier 2, Minister of Religion, international sportsman, creative worker, government authorized exchange, international agreement, but only if the worker has been granted as an employee of an overseas government or international organization. Religion worker. These categories of visas can take the supplementary employment. In addition to the job specification on the certificate of sponsorship, that's a course, workers sponsored on this route are able to carry out supplementary employment provided it meets the following condition. 1. Either a job on the shortage occupation list or a job in the same profession and at the same professional level as the job for which the course was assigned, and it's for no more than 20 hours a week. And the individual continues to work for their sponsor, and any supplementary work takes place outside of their contracted hours for their sponsored employment. Over time with the employer and in the employment specified on the worker's course is not considered to be supplementary employment, but forms part of workers sponsored employment. So a few people have come to ask me about, if I do overtime for the organization that brought me, is this considered as supplementary employment? Just as you can see, it's not considered as supplementary employment. Supplementary employment is the 20 hours outside the company that actually brought you. But try not to do more than 20 hours, because once you do that, you'll be messing up your NI. Now, any overtime must comply with the working time regulations and meet the relevant salary criteria of the route on which the worker is being sponsored. When you are providing supplementary employment to a sponsored worker, you must carry out a right to work check. In accordance with this guidance, the check must confirm they can do supplementary employment. As I mentioned, not all categories of visas are allowed to do supplementary job in the UK. You should also take steps to ensure the supplementary employment meets the above requirement. It has to be in the shortage occupation list or the immigration salary list. For example, asking the worker to provide a letter or either evidence from their sponsor confirming they are still working for their sponsor, the job description and occupation code of their sponsored employment, if their supplementary employment is not in a shortage occupation, their normal working hours. You should also ask the worker if they are doing any other supplementary employment with another employer to ensure they will not be doing more than 20 hours a week in total of supplementary employment. So this is basically from the UK Home Office and also the UK government to employers. So you don't take supplementary in two different organizations. They have to do their check. And if you're trying to do that, like some people have asked me, Fajira, can I do supplementary 20 hours here, do another 20 hours here, while I'm also doing the job that brought me, or the company that brought me do not even have hours for me? Can I do the two to make up the 40 hours? Guys, you can't do the two to make up the 40 hours because the company that brought you is supposed to have hours for you, and the other hours outside the company that brought you has to be done with the new company, which is the 20 hours. Now, if you go to say you're going to get 20 hours in two different organizations without the companies knowing that you're already doing a supplementary job elsewhere, then it's going to mess up your NI. And by the time you know, HMRC is contacting you for something that you're not sure of. So just as you can see on my screen, this is a recent statement of changes from the UK government. We're going to go to the page that talks about the supplementary employment. And one thing I want you to know is that whatever you cannot find on and somebody has published that you should go and do it, just be very careful, because everything you need to do regarding supplementary employment is on the government website. Like, you will always see it for yourself. So when you hear some information like this, also do your own findings. So I'm just going to go to the supplementary employment. Supplementary employment means employment in a job other than the job for which the person is being sponsored, which either appears in the appendix immigration salary list, which will be published soon, is in the same profession and at the same professional level as the job for which the person is being sponsored, or if the person has permission as a skilled worker, is in an eligible SOC 2020 occupation code list in table 1, 2, or 3 of appendix skilled occupation, provided in all cases that the person remains working for the sponsor in the job for which the certificate of sponsorship records the person is being sponsored, except where the other employment takes place during the 4th-month period referred to in the skilled worker 18.1a of appendix skilled worker, where that provision applies. I'll check that. And the other employment does not exceed 20 hours per week and takes place outside of the hours when the person is contracted to work for the sponsor in the job for which the person is being sponsored. So every document I've read regarding this states one thing, that it has to be a job in the shortage occupation list or in the new immigration salary list that will be published soon. So I will leave the link to the jobs on the shortage occupation list in the description of the video for you to explore and check. This does not say if you're a carer, you only have to work in another care company to get that 20 hours. You can work in any other company, but provided the job you're doing is on the shortage occupation list or is on the immigration salary list that will be published soon. So make sure you do your findings before applying for any other job, because even if you don't do your findings, by the time you're applying for the role, the employer, which was the first document I read, we have to check all of that. So imagine you've gotten the job now, and when they check, they see that you're not eligible to do that job, then you have to start searching again. So before you start searching for jobs, just go to the list. I'm going to leave the link in the description of this video to check the job that you can apply for the supplementary 20 hours for if you're currently on the skilled worker visa or maybe the health and care worker visa. So this brings us to the end of today's video, and like I earlier mentioned, that each time you see any information, try to do your own independent research, okay? Because you don't want to mess up your immigration status because of one information or because of this one said or that one said. You don't want to mess up your immigration history. So make sure you do your independent research. Go through the job codes. Like I said, the link is in the description box of this video. And look out for the jobs you can apply for that are eligible for the supplementary hours. I wish you good luck in your job search and your application. And if you've watched this video till now and you find this video helpful, please do like and also share with your friends and loved ones. Someone out there may also find it helpful. And if you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so each time I upload a new video, you're going to be the first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, guys, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.